went the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash?
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First carry for Kenyon Drake. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Flush to his right. He'll air this one out, and that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. From the gun, it's Drake. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now.
Brings up third and goal.
That's caught at the 3. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez.
From 4 yards out. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Cardinals 7, 49ers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he coughed it up. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Flushed out right, and now he's going to use his legs. And out of bounds right around the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
From the gun, Murray, the quick slant caught. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
49ers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Garoppolo on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends,
who you would think could absorb that contact.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. Third down here.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first two possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some change? He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Here we go.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Tackle made.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
14.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win, come on. That's a what? That's a what? That's a what? That's a what? That's a what?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Score Cardinals 14, 49ers 3.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
The ball carrier.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. '49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Here's Jacobs. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Josh Jacobs.
Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Jackson will keep it, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. They go with Jacobs. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
San Francisco.
Josh Jacobs, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it. Because nowadays, you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards, probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Now Murray off play action. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down. Murray now on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Murray. Forced out to his left. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
And it's 3rd down.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Murray a give. This is Drake. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Fred Warner.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's taken to the 26. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Robbie Gould.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Niners 17, Cardinals 14. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play fake. Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this is taken in at the 5. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They get this out left, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the Niners.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Murray again, escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. He's at the 50. The 30, the 20.
Come on and get it.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Richard Sherman, a Pro Bowler a year ago, had a pick 6 in the season opener last season against Tampa Bay, and he delivers again with a return for a touchdown on that play. Now Gould for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Niners 24, Cardinals 14. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. He may try and run for this. Finding room at the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's got room. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Is good.
And his kick is right through.
Niners 31, Cardinals 14. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Play action. Now it's Murray. He'll buy some time right. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And this one is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
He was covered by...
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Murray. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Robbie Gould lining up for the point after.
That's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown.
Come on now, let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen.
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quan Williams. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 22-yard scamper. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Lining up for the point after.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
K'Wan Williams, the one that got him down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He's going to keep it again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Azeez Al-Shaair gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. After the sack on first down, Murray looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Drake. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Now Murray. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Cardinals 14.
Let's go, D. He's checking. Hey, simple.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals claw one back. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Josh Jacobs.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is third and 9. Garoppolo now. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Mike, check 33.
On first and 10, here's Murray. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Mike check 33. 33. Check pass, check pass.
Murray now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
39-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Mike check 33. 33.
Shotgun now from Murray. And he whips that one incomplete there. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to the air on second down, it's Murray being chased out left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
Markello Witherspoon on the coverage.
The Cardinals on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
33. Watch the curve. Boys. Switch it.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. A run on first down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
At the 29-yard
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On second down, it's Jacobs. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. The Niners on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Well timed there by Richard Sherman. A sack on the corner blitz. Now a handoff for Drake. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Bosa on the stop.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
They'll take over.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Second and 11.
One, Omaha. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Line 52.
Garoppolo looking to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, it's Murray. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Cardinals are able to make things a bit more respectable. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad.
62.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And
I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but